Stream is live.
We're live. People can hear what we're saying now.
Yes.
Fuck her in the pussy, mom. Or what is it? What is it? Oh
Fuck
yeah.
me in the pussy
Fuck
with
her
the right
right.
was with the right
Not that.
mom.
No, not that. The Australian guy's like, fuck her right in the pussy.
Oh.
You don't know what that is. There's a meme like some ladies on doing the news like, nah, 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 and then some guy just randomly runs up to the camera and goes, fuck her right in the pussy. Yeah, it's just I think it's funny, but ooh, that was a good one.
There's actually quite a lot to do in this room. Also, I just realized there's one of those little message thingies.
Message thingies?
The hologram projectors. Just like that's in the director's office.
Oh. Yeah. Gimme.
This room, for having been stark empty before, is actually filled with a lot of stuff that has to be gone through. Or, well, I think a lot of it just looks like clutter, I should say. Like how much of the environment in the control room was. Like there wasn't all that much on half the wall. Anyway. Share screen.
No.
Okay.
Oh. Wow.
What to do first? There are 4 books here, but there's nothing written in them. Okay. Well, the first thing that has to be read is narration or directions.
Roll the 6 dice to move them to where they need to go. The direction of each side of each die... Ooh, say that 3 times fast. The direction of each side of each die must match a specific pattern. Choose which die you would like to move by throwing it on the craps table. I mean moving it. You can roll it vertically or horizontally by clicking and dragging the mouse or using the arrow keys.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, I can't figure it out. I am gonna do that, once I actually have a little bit more and know what to do with that. Are those missiles? They're darts! Look over here. I think that's a green memory card. We can't get it out, though. That glass is covering it. I think we can get some darts out, though. Okay, I'll grab a couple. More like a few. That's a dartboard. I remember seeing this before. Come on, who hasn't seen a dartboard before? No, that's not what I mean. I feel like I've seen it somewhere in this building before. It's just, this board is different from a normal dartboard, you know? Let's try it out. What do you mean, try it out? Isn't that obvious? There's only 2 ways to use a dartboard. Either you use it to hold pizza, or you throw darts at it. You've got some darts, don't you, Sigma? Maybe you could try throwing them.
Get a score of 69. 100 with three darts. But get a score of 69 if you can. However, the first dart must land in the green area, the second in the blue area, and the third in the red area. To throw a dart at a particular area, drag and then release the dart on the area where you'd like it to land.
Huh? That's weird. I could have sworn I've seen these darts before somewhere. Whatever. Time for some darts. Okay, so...
Wow.
42 plus 18. No. That means I need to get 30, but... And now I need to get 34. $34 does not have a good number that goes into it, and I don't think any of these even add up to it anyway. Okay, so that. All these are 8! 103.
Getting closer.
Oh. Wait, hold on. It allowed me to do it. What was the total on that? 75? So, that won't work because there's nothing that goes into 25. Okay then. No. 36. That's 26. That's 21. That's 16. 90. Okay. Ha ha ha!
Ha ha ha! We did it!
Ah, piece of cake. You see that? My dart skills are undeniable.
Sure
Yes, I saw it quite clearly. It was very nice. Do you really think you had to stand the whole 2 meters and 37 centimeters away from the dart bird, though? I'm a fair man. My high school voted me most likely to be a judge, you know. Okay, okay. That's great and all, but look. See this display case? It's open. Great. Now we can get that green memory card. We're gonna have to pull out all the stops on this job. You sound like you're in a heist movie. Should I have worn a catsuit? Ugh. I think I just threw up a little. Besides, everybody in a heist movie wears a sweet suit.
Now, just imagine if we went to Rule 34, there's probably a Tenmyoji in a cat suit somewhere.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Actually, knowing Rule 34, there's actually probably a lot of Tenmyoji and Quark stuff.
Oh my. I would have expected much more from Sigma and Phi.
Or Alice and Clover.
That too.
Theo and Kay. Kay and anybody, really.
True.
Luna and her self-esteem.
Oh. Was that a dig?
I mean...
Anyway, narrator and instructor, if you would please.
Is that all I am to you? A narrator, an instructor? I'm nothing else to you?
Well, no, I'm just saying I'm asking for a narration instruction voice.
Oh. You don't want... What about it? I can do a daddy voice.
I mean, that works.
I just wanted to hear you say that you wanted it. I love doing weird stuff. Anyway, I just ran over 3 cops. Change the colors and correct ones by clicking the hexagons and triangles. Remember, you only have 5 quote-unquote, I like that it's quote-unquote, moves to complete this puzzle.
Huh. I feel like I've done this puzzle somewhere before. Oh well, doesn't really matter, I guess. Well, this is from the security room.
Nothing really matters.
No. No. No, 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 no. Excuse me. No, wait, that's right. I am supposed to get rid of the ones that are in middles. Crap.
Oh, man. Having trouble, darling, it seems. Oh.
Any chance I could get help from a walkthrough?
I don't know. What's the magic word?
Please?
Oh, that's nice. But you're gonna have to do better than that. Anybody can say please.
Fist me daddy? 77?
What's the 77 for?
Just like a random password.
Oh, I mean, Miss Me Daddy works. But only if you make sure to abide by it. Anyway. Alright, so what are we doing here? What do we need help with? The hexagon puzzle, I believe it is?
Yes, in room Q.
Well, I know what room it's in. To get the red memory card, you have to tap the bottom red triangles, then all of the green hexagons.
Oh, there we go. That was easy.
After
Did I solve it? Yes. It was easy after you helped me. Did I solve it? Yeah, that must be the answer. Look. Glass doors. They're open. Well done. That was some good work, Sigma. And that was some very good direction from you, babe. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It was nothing. I didn't do anything except tell you what to do. It's okay.
It's a bender! Let's have a look. There's only a single piece of paper in here. It says Q Chambers Special AB Game.
Meow. Okay.
So this was the stuff that was in the binder.
Yes, I know. I just wanted to make sure my screen went off, so I didn't. Did you need me to read and you've just been waiting?
No, I just got here, so that's actually a good thing that you didn't take too long.
Well, I wasn't sure because it went quiet for a little bit, and I was like, "Uh-oh, what? Does he need me?" I'm not paying attention. My screen turned off. Then.
It's okay.
All right. 3 hints. 3 people will definitely choose ally. 3 people will definitely choose betray. 1 is a mysterious mirror man. He will always do whatever his opposite does. Strive for 9 with 6 cooperators. We must be the only ones to surpass 9.
Red memory card. Lovely. So, I'm assuming there's something about this based on what we've already done, right?
I don't think so. There it is.
6. Oh, wait, is it this? I think this is what we're supposed to be using.
Yes, I believe so. So you don't need my help.
Not for now, but thank you. So the grid is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So... And then on this one, it is second over, blue 1, and then the 5. Green. And then right here is the 2. And then here, the red 3. And the red 4. Excuse me. Okay. So, let's... Yes, I believe that's the one in the correct position. Then... Yep, and then the 6. Well, this might wind up being the 2. Yeah, that's easier suited as the 2. Alright, then this will wind up being the 4. Okay, 4 and the 6. Wait. Yeah, and then this is also supposed to be the 5. The 6, vertical, yes. And then 5. I got it right, didn't I? They're all in the right positions, right?
Right! Right!
Unless, did I orient them wrong? And is it supposed to be more like this instead of like this?
Right! Right!
Babe, on the walkthrough, does it have a picture of what it's supposed to look like when it's completed?
No. It doesn't.
Well, that's kind of fucked up.
No, it doesn't. I can tell you what to do if you go and reset the dice.
Okay. Instructions, please.
Again. Alright. So, one of the green dice says 1. You have to. Ew. Ew. Fuck you. I'm deleting this email. Like, now. Look at this shit. I just got an email. Fellow conservative. Well, you're already off to the wrong start.
Yes.
Mike Pence emailed you. He better not have. Paul Ryan emailed you. Better not have. Paul Rove emailed you. Better not have. Newt Gingrich emailed you. He has to learn how to use a computer first. Emailed you. Same with Newt. Now I'm emailing you with urgent news. Nancy Pelosi just announced liberals are about to launch their biggest ad blitz in history. They're going to destroy Trump's allies in Congress, make our majority, and use it as a weapon against President Trump, unless we stop them.
Good luck with that. No,
Yeah.
not really.
The left is outraising us by over 300% in battleground districts. Good. Fuck you.
Fuck you, and fuck your mother.
Ew, how dare you say that? You assume they have mothers and they just weren't born in some demon ritual.
True. Anyway, instructions, please?
No. Not until you say it again.
Fist me, Daddy, 77.
You don't have to include the 77. You'd be better off saying 69. Maybe I'll make that my new password, and I'll just put in Fist Me Daddy 69, and any people read my password, they're like, oh. Alright, move the dice. You probably want to know how to move it, don't you?
Yes, please.
Alright. Right, down, left, right, down, right, left. Okay, let me try that again. So, right.
I can't move it right that many times.
Yes, you can. The one that has a 1 on it.
Yes, there's a red dice blocking it.
Alright. Then move the red dice that has a 6 on it.
Okay.
Move it down, 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 down.
I can't move that either. The red with the 5 is blocking it.
Oh, sorry. Move it right once, then down, 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 down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, move it right once, then down, 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 down.
Okay.
Okay, now move that other green dice. Right, down. Left, down.
Wait. The green dice with a 3?
No, the green dice with the 3. Up, right, down.
I can't do that yet either.
You're terrible at this. Okay, which ones can you move in a direction?
Well, I can move most of them, but not according to your instructions.
Well, that's the instructions on the walkthrough.
What about the red dice with a 5? That tends to be the one that's in the way of everything.
Okay, right, down, left.
Right, down, left?
Yes.
Oh, so it was the way that I feared it might wind up being.
What do you mean you feared? You feared it would be a certain way?
No, I feared that I was wrong originally, that I assumed that it was going to be nice visually, but of course not.
I like how you assumed they were going to do that for you. They're like, you know, Guy Smith might want to have this look visually appealing. Let's make that for him.
Yeah! Ha! Got it. I had a feeling you could do it. Good job. Have a look at this. Hey, it opened. Alrighty then. And I assume... What the heck is this ridiculously huge thing? There's a screen down here. It looks like this is the only part that you can actually interact with. But it's dark. There's nothing on it. There's some card slots underneath the screen. They look just like the ones on the polling machines in the AV rooms. So that means we need to put some memory cards in here, right? Yeah, like the one you've got in your hand right now. This blue card, huh? Well, let's see if anything happens when I put it into the blue slot. This red card, huh? Well, let's see if anything happens when I put it in the red slot. Nothing yet. Would you look at that? Looks like you turned it on. Oh boy. Us, A, and B are all pairs consisting of 2 people. C, D, and E are solos consisting of a single person. And I realize I'm starting to take over Andrew's job again.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just take my job from me, why don't you? It's not like I got kids to feed. You do this to me, Mortimer. Why don't you just play that fucking trumpet of yours? Oh, God, you
I think
really...
he was actually playing the trombone.
Well, I don't care. I'm gonna if we see it anytime soon, I'm gonna say it's a fucking trumpet. It's a trumpet, not the good. What are you singing? Or trumpeting, I should say.
Freaks by Timmy Trumpet and Savage.
You
Remember
us,
the meme of
no.
when mom's not home with the kids slamming the oven and the dad playing the trumpet or the trombone? That was that.
Okay, well I don't know that. Us, A, and B are all pairs consisting of 2 people. C, D, and E are solos consisting of a single person. No shit. First, move pairs A and B to the blank areas on the left under pair. Then move solo C, D, and E to the blank areas on the left over solo. You can move them by sliding the letter icons. A pair and a solo aligned vertically with verses between them will face off against one another in the AB game. You can still move icons even after you place them. Once an opponent has been selected, the game will begin. Choose the vote for the us pair, either ally or betray. The results of your match will be displayed along with the results from the other teams. If the correct number of people reach the target BP after playing 3 rounds, the game will be completed. Sunday.
All right.
So, are you gonna ask me what to do? You have no fucking clue.
Admittedly. Well, I have more or less of an idea. It's just that, it might be better to not go through this blindly. So, direcciones, please?
In the words of SpongeBob SquarePants, I don't feel like it. Why don't you ask me later?
That should be most hint providers in games. Honestly, I don't feel like it. Ask me later.
That should be. It should just be like, but only after, like, if you use, like, you know, a lot of hints, and then you're like, hey, give me another hint. I don't feel like it. Why don't you try again later? Well, maybe I'll help you. So, the first thing you gotta do is get naked. Worth a shot. Anyway, the first thing you gotta do
I feel like I'm figuring this out, though.
Oh, alright. I have no idea what you're doing because I'm looking at the walkthrough, not the screen.
With the thing, aren't we supposed to be the... Isn't our pair supposed to be the only grouping that gets 9 BP? Because D has... If we were to get with D, there would be no incentive to betray. Both would have 9.
Just keep going until you have 9. What do I care?
Oh, E! Damn! E seemed to be betraying like crazy. A, B, D, C. Ally. A and E seem to both betray. D, C. Ally.
He's figuring it out for himself, folks. It's really quite a feat.
Damn.
In round 1, Put yourself against D, put A against C, and put B versus E, then betray. Then, in rounds 2 and 3, do the exact same things, except don't do that. Do the exact same things for round 2 and 3, but don't do what you did in round 1 in rounds 2 and 3. So in round 2 and 3, put yourself, or the us, whatever, versus C, A versus E, and B versus D. Then ally. God, you're gonna be owing me something tonight, boy.
Oh boy.
Don't you oh boy like you don't love it.
Anyway, continue, please.
What? Continue. I told you, do the same thing you did in round 2 for round 3.
Oh, go against C again?
Yes.
And ally?
Yes.
Okay then.
Excuse me.
Nice one. Looks like that was the answer.
Well, it was one of the answers.
Yes. I knew it. That looks
Did
like
you
a
know?
password to the safe. We did it! This should get us into the safe. You got a password.
So this next one is rather easy. Just, have you figured out? You haven't figured it out, so whatever. Just pair up the two who always betray, the two who always ally, and the two go against the one who always does the opposite, and you should always vote ally. So, put yourself versus C, A versus E, and B versus D, then just ally for 3 rounds.
Wow, most groups actually wind up working. Ha! Got it! Way to go! Good work. Hey look, the screen changed color. So, would this be... Could this be... Should this be? Oh, there are different symbols now, in different places. Yes. Right. The same safe we've seen in other rooms. That means we probably open it the same way too. We just need to plug in the password, right? Yeah. Why don't you give it a shot? Hold on, I forget. What's the gold file password again? The blue one?
Yes.
I had to think for a moment. I feel like we don't do this often enough, but then again, my brain could just be fried from having done so many.
Yeah, exactly. We don't do this enough. We've been doing it almost every single week for like the last 2 months.
I know.
Not even 2 months. 3 months. Who the fuck knows how many months?
So many months. Anyway, good job. You opened it. Well done. Achievement unlocked. Redacted. Ah. We will take a look at that in a moment. So, moon, moon, star. Moon, moon, star. Yes! It's open! Okay then, let's see what's in here. First off, 2-star keycards. We can use these to play the AB game as many times as we want. Hold on, those keys are important, but look at this.
A gun!
Excelavir! 2 bottles of it! The Radical 6 cure! Oh. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what to say. Quark is going to be okay. Is he crying? Alright, let's get out of here. We need to get this stuff to Quark and Alice. Yeah, you're right. This key should do the trick. Let's get moving. But first, let's really quick read the secret stuff.
Wait, there's 2.
Did we not last... Oh, we must not have read once. Oh.
Not. Well, more for me then. Memento mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. It appears to have been written in some sort of weird paint. Memento mori is a Latin phrase that translates roughly to remember death or mortality. 9th clearly refers to 9th, but seems to have been spelled wrong, likely on purpose. Why? Perhaps it's an anagram, like the words on the wall and the floor of the warehouse A. Warehouse, whatever. If it is, what does this one mean?
Hourglass.
The hourglass displayed in the background is actually a 4-second timer. It doesn't have much practical use, except maybe for some really impatient people. If you were at a restaurant waiting for your food to come out, for instance. Hey, how long you gonna make me wait? I flipped this hourglass 100 times! Which would be only 400 seconds, which is 6 minutes and 40 seconds, but saying 100 times is much more dramatic, and therefore much likely to get a desirable response from the wait staff. Why is everybody on YouTube doing this new premiere thing? It's just really weird.
It's because it's brand new?
Yeah, but it's really fucking stupid because I always miss them. Because I get, like, notifications like, oh, yay, live, and I'm like, no, it used to be live. I'm like, fuck off. I don't understand this shit. Like, hopefully YouTube gets rid of it. I think it's incredibly dumb. Whatever. These are a measure of how much a gentleman you are. I am certainly not. I am a dick pig for life. Somewhere deep in the United Kingdom, and so are you, babe. Somewhere deep in the United Kingdom is an organization that tracks old gentlemen, determining their caliber based off an ancient and Byzantine collection of rules and guidelines. Every year during the spring, a representative of the organization conducts a cursory investigation of each member's behavior, or at least appears to, and then awards gentle points based on what they saw. The following formula is used. Old ladies escorted across the street times top hats owned times puzzles solved times money given to gentlemen tracking organizations equals total gentle points.
Of course.
Yeah, you're not a gentleman, you're a nasty. In the words of Janet Jackson, you're a nasty boy. It's a survival knight. It has myrmidons stamped into the flat of the blade. Blade length 150 millimeters. Blade width 30 millimeters. Blade thickness. Ooh, thickness. 3 millimeters. There's blood on it. But whose blood? You know you can just click the arrows, but okay.
I know, I just want to show the title.
I think, yeah, it says it in the... Oh, several of the hallways on floor B use special locks indicated on the map by arrows. On the far side of each arrow is a lever. Pulling these levers will unlock the locks. Once this has been done, you can explore the entire area at your leisure.
Principle of causality.
The law of cause and effect, specifically a cause that precedes every effect. At the quantum level, things aren't quite as immutable. The principle of quantum superposition holds that any physical system, such as an electron, exists at least partially in all of its theoretical states or configurations, but when measured gives a result corresponding to only one of them. A classic experiment of this is the double-slit experiment, where light appears to behave as both a wave and a particle. One of the interesting implications of this is that, in a sense, you're influencing the past. By observing a system, you're altering the past. Normally, I would comment here that the quantum level is where shit gets real. But given the nature of this phenomenon, it seems to me that it would be more accurate to say the quantum level is where shit gets unreal.
Yes, really. Because technically everything collapses into one place. where all the hypothetical possibilities are gone and only one remains. Anyway, Knox's 10 Commandments.
It collapses just like a prolapsed asshole. Ronald Knox, a mystery writer from the UK, published the following as his rules for writing a mystery novel. The criminal must be mentioned early on. Hello, Dio. All supernatural or preternatural agencies are ruled out. That's kind of changed as the years have gone by, but okay. No more than one secret room or passages. Again, no hitherto undiscovered poisons may be used, nor any appliance which will need a long scientific explanation. No one
Well,
would
the idea the undiscovered poison is supposed to be, oh, this person wasn't killed in some way that isn't observable. Because otherwise it makes it difficult, but...
No one with extrasensory perception or similar powers can appear. That's definitely not true. Look at Sherlock.
Well, not just Sherlock, but I mean...
Look at a lot of people. Whatever.
It's supposed to be more of supernatural extrasensory, like someone who's a psychic, or someone who has the ability to turn back time.
Whatever. Stop interrupting me.
Sorry.
Thank you. No accident must ever help the detective, nor must he ever have an uncountable intuition which proves to be right, even though that, again, totally happens. Specifically, it happens in one of my personal favorite Hercule Poirot movies, Death Under the Sun, I think it is, or Evil Under the Sun, where he basically has this whole speech about how exactly everything happened, where he's like, I don't have any proof of it, but I'm 99.99% sure that's what happened. It is what happened, and they eventually do find it out thanks to other evidence, but at the time he's just like, it's just my intuition, but I'm 99% sure that's what happened. And yet, it did, so whatever. Anyway, the detective must not commit the crime. Again, that was also, I believe, taken out in another series stuff. The detective must declare any clues he discovers. Bullshit. The stupid friend of the detective, wow, calling Watson the stupid friend, must conceal nothing from the reader, and twin brothers and doubles generally must not appear unannounced. These are terrible rules.
Yeah, they are, honestly. Anyway, Minkowski space.
A way of describing reality that adds a fourth dimension to of time to three dimensions of space. It was described by German mathematician Hermann Minkowski, and therefore bears his name. It's also the name of the ski resort for miniature cows.
Of course. Lagomorph.
The scientific name for the order to which rabbits belong, and 03's actual name.
Huh. Tenmyoji and Alice.
When they were split up at the red, blue, and green chromatic doors, Tenmyoji told Alice that there was something he had to tell her. That something was, of course, his identity, and that he already knew all about Alice in Ice 9. Not because he heard about it from Clover.
Tenmyoji and Clover.
After the second round of the AB game, after going through the purple and green doors, Clover as a solo was heard to say following to the Tenmyoji, her opponent. What the heck did you mean with that? It's not fair, so you're telling the truth then? So what had Tenmyoji said to her? The same thing he meant to say to Alice, of course. He told her who he was. That simple fact shook Clover's resolve and made her a vote ally. It probably hadn't been his original intention to betray her, but after thinking about Quark's safety, he probably felt he had no choice and picked betray.
AB project.
A can stand for after and B can stand for before, but they can also stand for anima and body. Everything that happened in this facility was part of the AB project.
The mystery of Phi.
So who was Phi? There are a few clues scattered throughout the story, but nothing conclusive. Perhaps the truth will be revealed at the Nevada test site.
Deactivation passwords.
Here's a little something more about the deactivation passwords. Those passwords, they aren't just gibberish. There's something hidden in each one, but I can only give you one hint, +1. Good luck! There's a lot more to the story, but I think we'll stop the secret archives here. Thank you for playing, and we hope you enjoyed the game.
Wow.
So that is the last of the secret files.
Neat. Alright, the door is locked. It says lock. You guys ready? All set here. Go for it. Alright, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Stop that! Jeez, one more time. 3, 2, 1. Doctor of Escapology and Escapist. Lovely.
Huh.
But you wouldn't have gotten without my help.
I know. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
It opened.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse then.
Hey, wait. Did you guys hear
What?
something? You didn't hear it? It came from over there. Sounds like something turning on.
Oh, God.
See, I told you. The screen wasn't on
You're
before.
right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
It looks like an authentication screen. I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Memento mori, remember death if the ninth lion ate the sun. Oh, of course. This was the real ninth lion. But if that was the case... Memento mori, remember death. Remember... Do you remember what the... Do you know what the ID and password are supposed to be?
No. Suddenly you need my help again.
Please?
What have I told you about that?
Fist me, Daddy 69. Your password has been changed.
You're so stupid. But I love you. Don't you know? Fine. Username. Kurashiki.
And password, please?
I have to make sure you spelled it right.
K-I-R-A-S-H... What?
Kurashiki.
I was almost perfect.
No, you weren't. Password. Jumpy dog.
Actually, that would be Kurashiki, not Kirashiki. Kurashiki.
Ever.
Anyway. Accepted.
Sigma! Look!
You're...
Akane. Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a very long time.
He walked toward her. Slowly, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away, he reached out.
She's a hologram.
Tenmyoji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand. Now, where to begin? You probably have a great many questions. What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan. All of this was required for the success of the AB project. I assume you've heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you are all needed in order to execute our plan. The Nonary Game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
Oh? What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there would answer the question. Not Phi, not Tenmyoji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is? I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum. That makes this the quantum room.
It took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Jr., as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box. Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies. Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, non-verbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But, is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree. All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another, but this isn't the case. If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk. In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions. Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Tenmyoji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a fourth dimension, I'm referring to the fourth dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In one dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces. Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that 4th dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after, and the B represents before. It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago.
Dude is old, jeez.
You sent your consciousness to the past.
What do you mean? Of course he's old. He's 10 years old.
True, true.
It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Yeah, of course I do. How could I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like he was looking back, like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji, I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait! Akane!
No. And then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fist he pressed against his thighs. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for radical sex. I gave Luna the Accelerator that I had found in the Q room. She quickly prepared it and... Vibrator! She injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine.
Don't you vibrate at me.
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corners of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly I remembered Dio. Where'd he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Phi to see she was doing the same thing. After that, we headed back to the Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Phi, K, and Luna. Oh. Why did I suddenly... Must have accidentally clicked off or something. Clenmyoji. Ship name? Clover and Tenmyoji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Dio, or Quark. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, K would represent their team by default, which left me, Phi, and Tenmyoji.
No, I'll let you handle it.
You should vote. Oh.
I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Phi.
Why?
You already have 9...
Also, Apple
MVP.
software update. That's what was probably... That's what caused me to click off the game. Or whatever.
There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose Ally all 3 times.
Boy, oh boy, that's gonna take a little while.
Okay. I'll vote. You
What?
sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
I'm just thinking, like, boy, oh boy, 3 rounds. Anyway, yeah, I trust you.
No, I don't trust you.
I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
We can't.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh, well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Okay. Let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on. I just remembered something.
What?
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time? Oh, that's right. We haven't found her. Does that mean she's alive now?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
But how? When did history change?
Silly, silly boys. You and Sigma are too stupid to figure this out, aren't you?
Alright. Because Akane can get stuff from the future?
No. It's part of alternate timelines. In a past where there were no bombs, Akane is dead. In a past where there are bombs, there's supposed to be something to be found in this case, and it's not Akane.
Oh.
Basically, she's not dead, there's bombs. If there are no bombs, she's dead.
Huh.
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate.
The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its
Perhaps
fate.
she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
Huh?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, that's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box.
Have you,
We haven't
though?
found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either.
True. She may not have been thrown into an AB room.
In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or, what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was it even possible? If she was, what would that mean? To be continued. A new destination has been added to the flowchart.
So, it's up to you. We have a new flowchart.
A new
Now,
bit.
notice, yes, this wouldn't have happened had we not done the... This wouldn't be here had we not done the hard. If these were all easy, we wouldn't. So, do you think we can do it in 40 minutes, or do you want to end it here and give them one more stream?
We may be able to get it done in 40 minutes.
Fine, you and your optimism. I want as much time with you as possible.
I know, babe.
We're done at 10. You have to eat. That's by 11, so I get less time with
I'm
you.
not going to be eating. I ate just before
Okay,
stream
good.
time, so.
Can I call you immediately? Or you put in your retainer or something, and I call you.
Yes. Okay.
Then let's do it.
I clicked the right thing, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. There was a fire? Ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I?
Did we click on the right thing? I thought you did.
Looks like an
Isn't
elevator
that
butt.
obvious?
Oh, fuck. I
Silly boy.
didn't jump. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? Looks like an elevator
No,
butt.
this is one of the AB rooms.
Gah! Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory.
Memories.
All the memories. I remember! You're Fi! She grinned. When is
Check
this?
your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you
Push
know?
the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Wait a minute. If you're right,
Yeah. Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think. Right.
then
We're here for one reason.
to stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here
Don't need to tell me
fast.
twice. Let's go.
Oh my god, we have to do the fucking first escape room. It's been so long.
You'll be fine.
I know. We don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? That means we're just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password for the safe should be the same one we got earlier? Exactly. Now hurry up and open it. Oh!
Yes.
You need to remember the password for the safe. We figured it out last time. Okay.
Yes.
Passcode. Elevator. Moon, sun, sun. Completed. There it is. It's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker? Damn, I mean key. How the hell? Just shut up and do it. Cracker?
Grab the cracker. Grab the cracker, cracker.
Grab the cracker! Alright, let's just put the key in here. For God's sake, just do it already. No need to yell. Alright.
See, now
Good.
she's finally
Looks
getting
like
on
that
the-
worked.
Come on, done already.
Ready, Fi? What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8. 1, done. Oh, jeez.
10, 9, 8.
Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me! You were taking too long. We're on a set schedule here. Ugh. You found it! Great! I keep peeking my audio.
Stop peeking your radio.
Fine, I climbed up through the hatch and out into the top onto the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Akane! Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit. There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Fi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fi, what the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air.
And, yeah.
Smack! What
He's
the...
fine. Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still
I
breathing.
don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming all along.
Shut up, you fag.
To be fair, he has. I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came. I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I get it. I think I finally understand. Okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you've just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through 4-dimensional space with our memories intact. Right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosions, suicide. I've died, so has Fi, so have you. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I can jump through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Bullshit! That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. It was a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait! I still... Stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
Back to the Future. To be continued. A new destination has been added to the flowchart.
Just click there.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
Is this the
Why are
infirmary?
we here?
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but...
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
I looked over at Fi and met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Yeah. You got him pretty good, huh?
Huh. Yeah, I remember all right.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Quark's awake!
What am I?
Quark!
Chopped liver?
Alice!
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
No problem. I'll end the day's work. Although I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action.
Really grabbing at
Oh my
straws here,
God.
aren't you?
Oh my god, Sigma, you perv! Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Oh, whatever. Forget about that. Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Look at your bracelet.
It says 10. I have 10 BP?
I've got 15 BP? That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
Oh, they played the game! But how?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours.
Oh!
We've played the AB game 3 times.
3 times?
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
I mean, they had a solid plan.
And now all of us have enough to leave.
Huh. I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all of our BP past 9? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd have been less suspicious of one another. Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Finite had been able to disarm all of them. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond. Which I had to admit would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. That must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Come on, let's go! Let's open the door and get out of here!
Wait. What about him? After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind. Alice was the only holdout. She'd complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors, but after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with Dio then, she reluctantly complied.
All right, let's get going.
Isn't he gonna remember the fact that he has a key around his ankle?
I'm not saying anything. You wanted to play out, we only got 15 minutes.
Everybody ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yes, just get on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grab the lever and pull it down.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open.
Alright, everybody, let's move. I didn't need to tell them twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked like, sort of like a large plate on top of a huge pedestal. We ran to the center of the plate and looked around. The number 9 door stood wide
2,
open.
1, 0. The number 9 door is closing. The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number...
Alrighty. Up we go! Arrgh! Arrgh! Do.
Looks like we did it.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Beyond the door was a wide hallway that ended in a very solid wall. To the left, we found a very familiar-looking door. We pushed it open and went in. The pressure exchange chamber.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside and consequently the virus from getting inside. That means that if we want to go out, we have to decompress so we can match the outside air pressure. This room here is where you prepare for going into the actual pressure exchange room. You see all those suits along the wall? I figure we need to put those on and head to the decompression room downstairs.
Whoa! Hold on a minute! You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Of course, according to Akane, we were all already infected with Radical 6, so the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they?
No, that's not possible.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now. Let's go outside. There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
All right.
No one else objected. We all donned the protective suits and headed downstairs to the decompression room. Although isn't Kay technically in a protective suit already?
Perhaps.
As soon as we were all inside, the process began. Through my helmet, I could hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We stood there for several minutes, waiting for the process to finish. At last it did, and we heard the door begin to open. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it. The dead, bleak landscape wasn't a surprise for me. I'd seen it before in another timeline. The others hadn't, however. Well, except for Fi. And although I couldn't see their faces through the visors of their helmets, I heard more than a few gasps over the radio. For a few long moments we just stood there, astonished.
Where the hell are we?
The desert, I guess?
I figured that out. I mean, which one?
I don't know, but I think I know what day it is.
Hmm?
Look at the moon. It's red, right? That means today's the total lunar eclipse.
So?
Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge? Well, the next eclipse like this was gonna be on December 31st, 2028. So...
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week after we were abducted?
I think so.
Wherever we were must have been far away from any city. The air was clearer than I'd ever seen it. And the
That's
stars...
a desert for you.
Yeah, the sky was full of them. More stars than I'd ever seen in my life. I could even spot the hazy arm of the Milky Way. To be fair, sidetrack topic. I've been to Las Vegas before. If you are lucky enough to be in a darker part of the city at night, it's very beautiful.
Oh, you bragging
Anyway.
about a trip to Las Vegas.
But the most striking feature was the moon. It was blood red and massive, much bigger in fact than I remembered it being. Then as I watched, a black spot began to move across the surface. It was hard to see the details, but it looked circular. The spot continued to move across the moon, heading for the right edge. What's that?
Well, the moon's shadow, actually.
The moon's shadow? I frowned. That didn't make any sense.
Zero told me to stay quiet. I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation. He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. He'd kill Quark, too. And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me.
Ugh.
Just so I could see her. Such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with this. I meant what I said before. That up there is the moon's shadow.
What the hell are you saying?
Think about it. If that's the moon's
Here it
shadow, what's
is.
falling on?
That's Earth?
Yeah. It's not the red moon you get from a lunar eclipse. And again, this isn't a lunar
One of the
eclipse.
big
It's a
reveals.
solar eclipse. Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon, covering the sun.
What? No, no way. If that's Earth, then where the hell are we?
The moon, of course. This is the lunar surface. We were just inside a moon base.
No way. No.
Dun,
You've gotta
dun,
be lying.
I bet you didn't see that
How do you
coming.
expect us to
Nope.
believe that?
I thought so. You didn't see that coming, did ya?
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Ooh,
Besides,
I've
this
been
was the
waiting
moon.
this
How
whole
do you say
fucking
gravity?
game.
The moon only
This
has
whole
1/6
game,
of
so I've been
Earth's
like,
gravity.
it's
So
coming.
what's
He's
the
gonna
difference?
find out that it takes place on the moon.
She picked up a rock and dropped it.
See? That looked perfectly normal.
Yes, it looked that way.
And here it
Luna.
looked. Okay, Luna.
You were right about the
Explain it.
gravity in a way. I was one of the people who knew this wasn't Earth. Well, I suppose I'm not people, if we're being honest, but
Excuse me? What?
please just listen. Alice, you were infected with Radical 6. Then we gave you the Excelivir, which cured you. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though. Some of its symptoms stick around for a while.
What symptoms?
Well, Radical 6 can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6. It can take a while for your brain to get back up to speed. Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed. If you evaluated the root of 1/6, you'll get a number close to 0.408.
Oh, so that's how Fi's been jumping so high.
That means our brains
You
are
finally
running at
got that
something
one
slightly
too,
less than
huh?
half speed.
See, they do
As you said
reference
before,
it.
The moon's gravity
Yeah.
is
You can
still-
1/6
you can
that
still
of
hear me,
Earth's.
Mhm.
Babe?
What?
Okay, good. You can still hear me.
Yeah.
I was just making sure. You know how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
But yes, that one of the things is like, oh wow, she's jumping really high. I guess she's just really good. No, moon.
The time that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square root of the gravitational acceleration. Since the gravity is lower on the moon, that means the time increases. I guess that's a little technical. Let me give you an example. Say you drop an apple from a height of 4.9 meters. It will take approximately 1 second to hit the ground. On the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which would be approximately 2.45 seconds.
Oh, so that's why Radical 6 does exactly that.
I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely, but it could be anything. The gravity constant is, well, a constant. You could drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same. Does that make sense? So, now we've established that on the moon, things fall root 6 times slower than they do on Earth. That being the case, what would happen if someone's brain slowed down by root 1/6? To them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. 4.9 seconds would feel like 2. But it's not hypothetical. That's what's been happening to every one of us.
Wait, you're saying that's the reason we didn't notice the weaker gravity?
Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back. Huh? You and Sigma and Phi said something about it in the lounge. About how you felt weird.
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Oh, because their bodies are incredibly strong compared to what it's needed to support themselves on the moon. And also your blood also just sort of like rushes more so into your head, which can give you a headache. That explains a lot. Damn, these guys thought of everything. It seemed insane, but what Luna has said had made sense. In fact, it explains Phi's apparently superhuman strength quite well.
Wait, this is crazy. That can't possibly be Earth out there. Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth, and it's blue and green and beautiful. That thing is just red.
Before we get into that, I should probably tell you something. This isn't New Year's Eve in 2028. Today is January 27th.
In 29?
No.
Yeah, no.
Don't tell me. 30?
Still no.
Then just what year is this?
Clover, you know Tenmyoji. You have a guess on how old he is. You know about how old he was before. Can't you math it out?
It's 74.
Holy shit!
74.
For 20. Well, hell, even you said holy shit. So you couldn't figure it out.
That it was going to be in the 2060s.
Nope.
Hey, mama, welcome to the 60s. No, that's insane. That means we were abducted more than 45 years ago.
Don't blame me if you don't believe me, but it's the truth.
How can you be sure?
It's not that hard. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074. Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the 27th for a long time. That's just science. Nobody can change that.
But why is the Earth red?
That's a long story. About 45 years ago, on April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors operating in various parts of the world. On the 13th, all 18 of them went up, all at the same time.
Oh, God,
The
no.
explosion was about 180,000 times as powerful as the atom bomb they dropped on Hiroshima.
Well, why?
I suppose
Why?
it started a few months before that. The government had a test site for a future Mars mission out in the middle of Nevada. On December 31st, 2028, there was an accident. Well, accident doesn't quite convey the right sense of the thing. The point is, Radical 6 claimed its first victims there, then escaped. Didn't take long for it to spread to the rest of the world. Like Luna explained, the virus slows your brain down, but eventually, it also makes you kill yourself. Pretty soon, the bodies started to pile up.
Ooh.
Some people would take a dive off a building or shoot themselves in the head. You know, the classics. But for some, it was poison, or fire, or asphyxiation, or the noose. Plenty of people jumped in front of trains or cars. One pilot on a passenger airline drove his plane into the ground.
Ooh.
Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast. That meant food couldn't get distributed, and thousands of people who weren't even infected died from starvation. Everywhere you went, there were just piles of corpses, covered in flies and rats and crows. I don't know what hell's like, but I imagine it's a lot like that. After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected started trying to get in touch with one another. They got a hold of some radios and organized a couple meetings. There was only one thing to discuss, of course. How could they get rid of Radical 6? The answer, they decided, was purification. They figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth and that'd kill the virus off for good. On April 13th in 2029, they put their plan into effect. That plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors.
Uh-huh.
Now the truth is, that's mostly just rumor. Nobody really knows what happened, but I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected, and when they died, they took billions with them. The ultimate if I die you're coming with me gesture, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'd bet you money they'd all lost it long before they got to the reactors.
I mean, they came up with the plans that they made, so.
Killing most of the world, no matter how bad things had gotten, was not a sane plan, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth. Anyway, why it happened isn't that important. Point is, it happened. You ever heard of nuclear winter? Well, that's basically what we got. The explosions threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere, where it joined up with smoke and ash from all the fires. It blotted out the sun for 7 years.
Oh my god, that's even worse than most volcano explosions.
Plants withered and animals died by the millions. The few humans who were left banded together to survive. They were rough times. Eventually they were over, though. The sky cleared and the sun came back. Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to reappear. Things weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now, but there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air. That's what you're seeing. You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing.
Except on a much larger and more intrinsically powerful
Blue
scale.
and green light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air. Red light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty. So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's the only color of light that can make it through the atmosphere.
Huh. I was speechless. What could I possibly say? There was no reason for Tenmyoji to lie to us. So we were standing on the moon, looking at the Earth. It was 2074. But why? Why were we there? Why were we then? I was so lost in thought I barely noticed Phi's approach.
Hey, Sigma, I think I figured something out.
A window popped up on the inside of my helmet with Whisper in the corner. She seemed to be using a circuit only we could hear. Yeah? What is it?
I figured out why there's an extra E.
An extra E? Oh, you mean the graffiti?
Yeah, the one on floor B. I think it's an anagram, just like on floor A.
Well, what's Anna say this time?
God damn it, Sigma. Knock it off! Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. If you rearrange the letters, you get, the man on the moon rules the infinite time. See?
Oh.
need 6 E's to get that. So they stuck an extra one in 9th.
The man on the moon rules the infinite time.
I think it's a message for us from Zero Senior and Akane. Remember what she was telling us?
We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of 2 people into the past. Those 2 people are you, Sigma, and you, Vi.
So, what are you getting at?
My God, you're slow. You don't get it? They're saying we rule the infinite time. Infinite time. They weren't just talking about having us jump a couple hours. I think they're planning to send us back. Way back.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you think they're going to send us back 45 years?
Yeah, I'd bet on it.
Oh, you'd bet on it. Just wait till the 3rd game.
Oh boy. So the ultimate purpose of the AB project was to send us back in time to that catastrophe Tenmyoji was talking
I think
about?
so.
Again, we'll get back to that in the 3rd game.
That doesn't make sense though. I mean, we came from the same time period before it actually. So why bring us here and then send us back? Because you have to see something, and you have to learn.
Well, Akane should be
And
able
it's
to
already
tell us
10:06.
fast. Let's go pay her a visit.
9:06. Whatever the 6.
Yes. How much more do you think there is?
I've
What do you
got
think
an
she is?
idea.
There's enough.
No, well...
I don't think there's enough to fill out another stream, but I don't want to
Clearly
keep
not.
going.
You don't want to keep going?
Not really, no.
Even if we just finish this finally?
No! Because we still have to do a bunch of stuff. There's still one more twist that we haven't gotten to yet.
Oh god, no.
You thought the moon thing was the biggest twist? No. There's still one more we haven't gotten to yet that I want to say that I can't say. I want to spend time with my baby.
Aww. Well, fine.
Alright.
We shall save here. And, finish next week. And then cut the stream there and then do something else. Probably. Right?
Sure.
I mean, there isn't 2 hours worth of content. Right?
I mean, we've still got to go back down, back into the moon base. We still got to find Akane.
Yeah.
We've still got yet another ending. We'll see. It might just take up the first hour, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any more puzzle rooms, so it'll just be all story, I believe.
No, don't save. Never save, says Justin. Well, if we hadn't ever saved, clearly... there would be no progress in this series.
Exactly. If we never saved, look at that, 44 hours. We would have to
45
have
at this point. Just about 45.
Yep. Save it again. Make it 45. If we had been able to... Oh, I guess you can't.
I did. Look.
Oh, you saved it that one. I thought you would have saved it at... okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yes, if we never saved, we would have to continuously stream for about 2 days.
Yikes, that's how much content is in this fucking game.
Yeah. And again, that's not really how much content's in this game, because we still didn't do all the bad endings.
Yep.
So, that's even more content.
Holy shit.
That's right.
And that's why Zero Time Dilemma will have so much shit.
Yeah, exactly. So hurry up and end the stream.
Okay, so that'll do it for us tonight. We hope you enjoyed.
Justin's
Please
like,
delete.
and so what? You don't know what it's like, Justin. I'd have to be cooped up with him for 2 days.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
I think I would go insane just constantly playing this game.
Yeah, you probably would. You've already pretty much gone insane having been doing this for the last...
Too many months.
Well, it's 24, which means we've done 24 streams, which is 1 stream per week, not including the weeks that we haven't done Zero Virtue's Last Reward. But essentially, if a week equals, a week, 24 weeks at the very minimum.
6
4 weeks,
months.
6 months.
Ish.
Again, and that's not even... Yeah. So... Just wait until Zero Time Dilemma.
Actually, it would be closer to 5. 4 to 5. Yeah. Because, because 4 weeks does not line up with a month. There's an extra few days, 2 to 3. Anyway, that should do it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more episodes, or more streams from myself and Andrew. I also stream on Sundays. I'm going back and forth between Factorio and Minecraft. I'm mostly focusing on Minecraft right now because there's more producible content in that. I'm mostly at a matter of just grinding away, building a mega base in Factorio, so I just have to keep placing down blueprints and let bots build stuff, and place down more blueprints and let bots build stuff, and then build rails to it, connect up belts, and that's about it. It's not super entertaining. It's just doing a lot of the same thing over and over and over again. So those will be more sporadic, but Minecraft will mostly fill that in. I'm playing the updated Aquatic, and yeah. Week-long streams start Monday and Monday of the next week. That sounds like torture. I'm sorry, Justin, but that sounds like torture. I can understand doing a daily stream once every day at a certain time,
Yes,
but like not that long, not constantly. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see all those, and whatever uploads I eventually get around to, I will get to them. I just need to do shit to fix it. And hit the little bell if you want to have notifications from when those go off, because YouTube isn't always good at giving stuff or putting stuff in your sub box. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Well, I guess I didn't say share in that. Normally we don't say share, but feel free to share the stream if you liked it.
Yeah, share it. I do enough of the sharing on my own, but yeah, please share it.
Yeah. I am torture, so it fits. Oh, Justin.
Oh, Justin.
Ah, us Smiths are wild. Anyway, that'll do it. Thank you all so much for watching one last time. This is Guy Smith, and...
also known as Andrew B.
Signing off. Until next time, take care. We'll see you guys. Bye!
Bye. Fuck my pussy with a rake, Mom.
Don't die up there. Not while we're gone. Bye!
Bye.